Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another podcast with Tuli the King on the Tuli the King Connection podcast.
Tell them waste.
Relax.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, on another episode, I am hiring. I told you guys I'm a musician, and then you guys said I'm lying. Now there's the proof. I've been a musician for over 10 years, but we'll talk about it another time. It is an exercise. I'm sure you guys will see a snippet of what we're doing. We're getting warmed up because we're going to talk about masculinity. Toxic masculinity, toxic kings, you know the vibes. Invitator type of vibes, Jordan Peterson type of vibes, you know the vibes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Tuli the King Connection podcast. I am Tulakanyo B. Tukisimolefe, an award-winning business leader and award-winning public speaker. Tuli the King Connection podcast, welcome. If you haven't already subscribed, please. Correct. If you haven't already subscribed, hit the notification bell. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can get the best content sifted through to your notification bar. You know, there's a lot of nonsense content. And like the video as well, I'm with the guest, one of you guys' favorite guests, the boss. I call him the Ironclad. Woo! Lereko, the boss Chacha.
Don't leave me hanging.
How's it?
Why do you have your watch on your right?
No, man, this whole thing. Okay. I know most of you guys, you wear your watches on the left. That one is for weak people.
Weak?
It's masculinity. So it's funny, right? The story behind this watch thing, me wearing it on the right. When I was young, I used to wear watches since I was quite young. I'm not even sure since when. Maybe 10, maybe 12, I don't know. Maybe even before, maybe after, around those times. So I went to this kiddies party. I was invited as well. Actually, I was taken with. No, it was, I visited my cousins, if I remember properly.
Okay.
After visiting my cousins, they were going to a party, then I just bootlegged them. Sharp. I went there. I meet with this white guy, and I'm wearing this watch on the right. I'm sure it was like a Ben 10 watch or something. You guys remember those stuff?
I had a Ben 10 watch.
Hey, they put us in the game.
Ben 10 squad.
I remember, bro. Those were the days. I won't say bring them back, but yeah, we are here now. Okay.
Oh, so he told you?
Then he says to me, why are you wearing a watch on the right? Don't you know that people who wear watches on the right are dumb people? I'm like, what? He's like, put it on the left. I think I did at the time. But in my mind, I was like, this is not going to be my limitation. It's not going to be a limitation to me. I'm going to wear on the right as a rebel. I'm actually a rebel at heart. You see, I'm a very
composed
maneuvering, Aikido, fire, yoga fire, type of a rival, right? I mean rebel. So I started wearing the watch on the right all the time, and even at school, it was like I used to change it sometimes if I saw it was too hard. Yeah, because I have a doctor's handwriting. I think I'm doing the wrong thing. I should have been a doctor. I have a doctor's handwriting.
I know you're handwriting.
Hey guys, except maybe I will make a good doctor. But yeah, and that's how it happened, bro. Welcome back, bro.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for that.
Again.
Yeah, for that studying episode. I really enjoyed it. It was a great, you took us on a personal journey. And it was amazing, I think we can then start off with something controversially,
which is
toxic masculinity. Yeah, toxic masculinity, bro. It's a big thing now. And I don't think it makes sense to say toxic masculinity. It's like saying, what? I don't know.
Toxic femininity.
It's like No. It's like saying an ugly puppy. Like it's not. They don't klangan. All puppies.
They are ugly
Puppies are cute, right?
They are ugly
You guys say men are trash. I mean, men are dogs. I mean, look at these dogs. This is how we are. Look at them.
Look at this dog.
Yeah, and look, you see those puppies, nice, eh? We are that. That's what you guys are calling us. We are cute and everything. So now, bro, are we really defining masculinity correctly? What the heck is masculinity? Are we are on a journey of saying we want to be positively masculine. Does that go against this feminine agenda that's happening right now? What does it actually mean?
I feel like the reason why masculinity is lost is because we started to let people tell us what to do. And as a man, no one should tell you what to do. Do things the way you want to do them. You understand? Like the MJs,
Who's
MJ? MJ, Michael Jackson, he did it.
It's MJ the Marco.
Okay.
You see?
Go on, turn.
Yeah.
Like, do it the way you want it to do. The way you would like it to be. You understand?
Yes.
And the problem starts when you listen too much to what people have to say, and then you start adopting it. You start going with the crowd. I think if you look at historical figures, especially the kings, they would wear like pink robes, purple robes, they would stand out, they would look flashy. If today I had like earrings, I stood out and whatever, that's gay. But to them, it was the most masculine thing you could do. So it's all about how you want to
Stop being dominant.
You understand? It's
Catering to
dominion. It's how you want it to be.
Yeah.
Anton. Now for me, masculinity is, as you said, doing the hard but necessary work, the mundane but necessary work.
That's the definition.
Think of someone going to the military or that military environment. That's masculinity if you want to understand what masculinity is, because you're doing difficult work, you're going to exercise, and it won't be nice. But it's necessary, because if another country wanted to invade us, who's supposed to stand up for us?
Exactly.
It's us. When we want buildings, new buildings, a new city, who do we want? Men. So you must do the hard, mundane, boring, necessary tasks. And that is masculinity for me.
Powerful. There's something interesting you said, and I don't know what to touch on first. Let me touch on this first. When we are seeing Russia and Ukraine go to war, I pray to God that by the time this launches, the World War isn't starting. But remember, they were evacuating the citizens of Ukraine out of the country. And I think even foreign nationals and I guess like the experts of the country, or from the country. What happened is, at the borders, they said, men, you are staying behind, because it's a man's job. When things get dirty, when crap hits the fan, and we are going down to what we call default human plane, I don't know what to call it, human plane, where we're at default, meaning we now have to have gender roles at that default, and things are tough now. There's no liberal, there's no I can do what. Now there's a shortage of food, our lives are at stake, we are fighting for survival. We know the men are going to fight, the women
and the
are
children
going to be protected, and I don't know what people are not getting from that. We are not saying that women cannot do it. They could.
But they can't.
They could.
Can I say something?
I think they could.
Would you? It's a question for the viewers and you. Would you send 100,000 women to war, or
100,000 men?
1,000 men? 100,000 women to war, or 1,000 men? Who do you think would win? Be honest.
I don't think if
Guys,
you
no,
said
no, we can't give birth.
you can if you said
We can't
10,000
get
men, I would have
we
said
can nurture
the
the
men.
women.
But hey, 1,000 is tough. It
They can
depends on
do
the
something.
war, right?
They can do something.
Oh, 100,000
Hold on.
can also do something. If they're smart enough to do
100,000,
something.
That's
Women,
not enough. But
Yeah.
The physical competence, like you gave them chance.
we have guns now.
We gave them. Bruh.
We have cyber
Do we really
warfare.
have to go?
What about
that
cyber warfare? Cyber warfare doesn't need
Come
a.
on. Okay,
you know.
real war. Like real.
What's a real war?
There's no cyber warfare between Russia and Ukraine, right?
I
It's
think there
physical,
is. I think there is.
tu- tu-
It's
tu- tu-
both.
tu- tu- tu.
Okay, but maybe
But
what
it's-
we see on
but
media.
the tu- is happening, right? I'm talking about.
If I'm being honest, men are scary. Men are important. Men are stronger on average than the average woman.
Yeah,
They are strong.
It's like the strongest.
And it's
women.
meant to be like that. I don't think there's anything wrong. You don't even see in biblical texts. You don't see women going to war unless you can prove us wrong. Please write in the comments. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I've never seen such. But then, yeah, there's those wars where there were queens, and there are some African wars where women were warriors. I get it, but generally speaking, big wars that were won by a man, and it's very important to have that lineage. But then you touched on something. Oh, let me just finish the point I was trying to make. Right, on the Ukraine thing, they said men are the ones who are staying behind. There were no feminists who said, but no,
There will
us as
never
women,
be."
you guys stay back and fight. You know, and you know what they did as well? Transgender men. I don't know how to. Please, educate us.
Please, and be sensitive.
Oh yeah, hey,
Because
we're on YouTube. Please find us on Rumble. Go to our Rumble if you're on YouTube, so you can be free to say whatever we wanna say. So yeah, you know, the transgender males who came from females to males, they stayed behind as well. Because
we are men.
you are now a man, I get it.
One time,
Hey.
yeah.
Now you want us to go back to now we are not code, speaking of the no, come on. I gotta go. I wanna be safe. It's a man's job when things get dirty. It's a man's job to protect and provide. But then you said something interesting. You said the definition of masculinity, one of the definitions is a man who does what he wants, right?
How he wants it.
How he wants it.
But he does something. The thing is, action beats inaction.
Okay.
Everyone.
Now.
I have this. I believe that's how I believe. Everyone has that voice in them that tells them what to do. Like whether it be music, whether it be art, whether it be crafting or whatever. You understand? We all have that internal guy that is telling you, okay, wake up and do something.
Yes.
It's the voice that finds your purpose or that guides you to your purpose.
Yes.
You understand?
Okay.
So the man who listens to the voice and the man who wakes up, even though it's cold, but that voice tells him, today you said you're going to make $1,000 or you're going to find ways on how to make $1,000. That man is a masculine man because he says he does what he said he will do. You understand?
Powerful. You said it's a man who takes action and does what they want and they actually do it. But then there are men who do what they want, and one of those things are rape women, molest children, they murder people, they create propaganda machines to lie to the public, and they do that because they believe they're masculine and they have power over people. What do you say to that?
It's the yin and yang of life. There must be evil, there must be good. There must be a policeman, there must be soldiers, right? If there are soldiers and all that, what's their purpose? To stop the men who are rape, who do all the things that you said. And they also serve a purpose.
Yes.
You understand? Who are mercenaries, who are arsonists, who are rapists and all that, who do all that crap. You understand? It's necessary for them to do that so that these guys will understand.
Match. Which is then important.
Good and evil will never leave.
Yes, I honestly fully agree as well.
Understand?
As much as I'm spiritual and biblical and religious, I've understood
It's
Yes,
there to
it's
test
very
you.
important to have
It's necessary. It's part of
an
growth.
adversary. Yeah,
Shama.
an adversary. Because the devil is our adversary. The Bible does say, your adversary, the devil, is going around like a hungry lion, seeking for someone to devour. Right? And you are that person. They are seeking you. How? Now, question is: are you a fighter or are you a succumber? If there's such a word, do you succumb? Now, that's a very important thing you just mentioned. Yes, we have men. So then, are those guys who? Okay, let me just say.
Who do what they want to do.
Yeah,
who
are they masculine?
They are. Sadly, they are. Even though they do the bad stuff and all that, they are masculine because it's hard to hold if you challenge with someone. But they did it. They had the balls to do it and they did it. If you want to understand masculinity, go to prison. Or that masculine image, you understand? Even though it has that bad element behind it, you're not saying it's bad totally.
Yeah.
Because there are evil females. There are females who use you for your money. There are females who use you for like the Hakimi thingy.
Yeah.
Well, understand?
Hey,
Shout out to
Hakimi.
Yeah. Shout out to Hakimi.
City boys up. Yeah.
Shout out to Hakimi.
Yeah. Hey, bro, I don't even think. I think that was a great. That's what you call it. An Uno best card.
Well, understand?
How my daughter? Hey, that was dope. Bro. Hey.
She's a woman, but
Yeah.
she did what she's opportunistic.
Yes.
Well, understand?
Yeah.
So there's no one who's like
we don't commend or condone the cheating though. Let's carry on.
Mantual. There's no one who's pure. But all I'm saying is
No one.
masculinity is necessary. As there will be very criminals, but there will be policemen. We need them. There will be soldiers. We need them. We need them to train. We need them to be as competent as possible so that they do their jobs so that masculinity.
Powerful. Sharp. Okay. Let me just say something quickly and don't you? Yeah. It's my new drink. Buy my drink.
What's your drink?
It's incoming. The name of the drink is incoming.
Okay.
You can take it either way, whether it's the name incoming or it's the name incoming. It's your choice. So, let me say a statement that I'm going to counter you with what you just said. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me say a statement. So, masculinity, right? You spoke about. I'm losing the thought now, but it's coming back. Don't worry. It's coming. You spoke before talking about masculinity. They are being masculine. Sharp. These guys, the guys who are supposedly, as you are saying, are masculine but evil, or do things that are.
It's like they're channeling their energy for their own stuff.
Okay.
See, masculinity is that
Yeah.
best of energy you have, especially when you're going through puberty and your early 20s, like us right now.
Yeah.
That is why we exercise. That is why we want to free ourselves, you understand,
Yes,
and
yes,
express
yes.
ourselves. Masculine energy is expression.
Yes.
It's expression of self.
Okay.
Hence, I say
On that note,
you
yeah.
do things the way you want to do them. So whether you're the
Yeah.
best criminal you can ever be,
Yeah. Or you are the
One
best protector in society. You are the Batman, or you are
just
the Joker.
you just want to be the best.
Okay,
What
sharp.
you do.
Okay. On that note, it's very important, and I agree, in the terms of masculinity, to match evil energy. If we as a society are bringing down men who are positively channeling their masculinity towards self-improvement, self-alignment, God alignment, pursuing visions, wanting the best quality women in their lives, having the best experiences in life, meaning making more money, meaning you have to be more aggressive in your approach. And aggression doesn't have to be evil, doesn't have to be bad. Yeah, it's necessary because you bring in good energy, you bring in force.
More like
for
channeling
you.
in.
Yeah,
Channeling in.
for you to chop down a tree, you need to use force. You can't just like this. So you need that aggression, right? And it's positive aggression. And so we need to, as a society, stop unmatching, stop allowing men to allow themselves to grow and become positively masculine. Because what you mentioned is negative masculinity. The guys who are, now we need to define masculinity, we'll get to that, just hold on. We need to, as guys, understand that it's not wrong to exercise, to stand up for yourself, to defend yourself, to learn how to use a gun, or to use a weapon, or to fight. I think it's not bad. It's really important. So that the day that those barbarians come in to our country, and they are strong and they are masculine, but they're evil. They're going to bludgeon us. They're going to hit us with their clubs. They're going to try and kill us and slaughter all the men and take all the women and kill the children, whatever it might be. We can protect ourselves. It's very important for us to match that so-called negative masculinity, and I think that's where the term toxic masculinity comes, where we have a female. Should I touch on that first, or should I touch on? Let me just keep going down the rabbit hole. Toxic masculinity is defined in this case of society as anything against feminism. Because right now feminism is not what I think was expected to achieve. I don't think it's exactly what they've been gunning for. I think rather that definition is womanism. Womanism is just, in a simple term, the empowerment of women. Feminism, it seems like it is the degradation of male for the exchange of women empowerment and a societal discombobulation. Like it seems like confusion, social dilemma and degradation on Chalohan. So the society is in turn seeing the suffering, especially in the Western cultures, where crimes are increasing, where mass shootings and mass knife,
I think that's what's
killings
happening.
And stuff.
Look at it this way.
Positive masculinity is being degraded.
Masculinity. It'll always look for an outlet to express itself.
Hey, that's powerful.
You understand?
Yeah.
It'll always, whether you like it or not, whether you like it or not, it'll always find a way. So if you try to dam it, it's like trying to dam a river. If you can see, okay, we have now the water is overflowing, and you're not releasing, then what happens?
It's going to be pressure.
And then you'll be like, it's evil. No. You try to damn it, and then now look what you have. Look at what you have.
That's true. There has to be a channel.
You have to channel it.
And I think that's where the important thing is.
And martial arts is one thing to consider.
Okay.
Yeah. Next year, definitely sure I'm going to start martial arts. Just to channel and learn how to fight. Imagine if I'm walking down the street with your girl. With my girl, I mean.
No,
with my girl.
Not my girl.
Or your girl. And then some nigga tries to step up on me. I must do something. I'm the man. You understand? They will confront me. They won't confront me. Maybe they'll try to get through to me through my girl. But at the end of the day, I must step up. And imagine that. So we must learn how to fight. Not to start fights, but to react when danger comes.
But to stop being dispossessed of your survival, and dispossessed of your integrity and dignity.
Because there's nothing wrong with ensuring your survival.
Exactly, that's what it's all about. And there's one thing interesting, right? Which is when you start encompassing yourself around combat sports, and anything that talks about self-defense or even fighting, right? You tend to have a respect and a discipline for fighting, for opponentness, I don't know what to call it. You start to say, look, the reality is that in fights you can lose. the reality is that fights, you can die. So by all means, let's keep peace. The more you keep engaging in those sports, the more you start to see Gucci, actually, fights are not necessary. We can live at peace. And the knowledge of saying that another person has the potential to kill you makes you less reactive to fights. I would say the best defense is defense. The best offense. Yeah, it's making sure the attacker doesn't attack you. That's the first
And if he
line of
attacks you,
attack.
then
Yeah, but if it happens, you have to defend yourself. And if it's in a scenario, you can't run away. It's important, I think, that the first, as much as it sounds like it's cowardice, but when you're confronted with a fight, you have to run away. Run if you can. But if you can't, you have to defend yourself. And that's how it is. I agree. I agree. So now, we're now confronted with this thing. I think we should define what masculinity is. I slightly disagree with what you said. In fact, I agree. But I have to counter and say, you are right. As males, we have this spirit which comes with when you combine that spirit with your bodily elements and solistic elements. We talk about hormonal stuff. You know, we talk about testosterone, we talk about other hormonal stuff that play a big part in us being masculine, aggressive, possessive. And these things are good. They are not bad adjectives, you know. They are things that are very important for us to have, to grow as people, to protect our families, to protect our people, to protect what we have built, to have courage, you know. The same happens whether if it's positive or negative. Because you spoke about that the same guys who have the balls to kill people have masculinity.
And remember,
they have
in their heads,
they are doing the right thing. To them it's good.
Yeah.
And if you hear these documentaries says that it's serial killer and stuff, they're like, guys, I was doing what felt right.
I understand.
It was good.
But imagine a world without
And I
serial
slept
killers.
in peace.
Imagine a world without serial killers.
Men would be weak, I believe.
It's good, but it's bad.
Yeah, I feel like we didn't have this thing of saying I have to be prepared.
Exactly.
It's like going to school but knowing there's no exam. What's going to happen? No one. Yeah, where them? Sponsor us, like and subscribe there so we can get the thing is to pass here.
Going to school
You
without
know.
exams.
No one is gonna study.
Yeah.
Only 2% of people.
Yeah.
They're just gonna study because they like it or
Don't find
whatever.
the necessary.
They want because there's no bridging. You are not going anywhere with it. You are not even. I get it. What we study for is for the survival of our future, and other stuff. But like we're trying to create a better future for ourselves, than our families, than our descendants, as we keep going down the rabbit hole. So please, guys, comment. Tell us what you guys think thus far, and then we'd like to thank Clunky's Lounge again for giving us this wonderful facility. Description has it all. If you guys want to have this place all to yourselves, just tell them that you got it from me. They'll give you a discount. You're gonna be happy. You're gonna enjoy. Bring your people here. Do a private what's here. Come book for your podcast. Come on through. It's a ball. Lereko Chacha, guys. Thank you. Carrying on that.
Okay.
So now let me just finish up what I was saying. What is the definition of masculinity? I say masculinity is what you mentioned earlier on.
Can you define it for me?
Yes. For me, masculinity is dominance. And what does that mean? It just means you take authority over things that you have been given responsibility over. Right? For example, when you are given the responsibility or the opportunity to be the top of your class, you need to be dominant in the sense that you have to study to get there and have this aggression that I have to be the top.
But also you have to lead others. lead others.
Okay,
Leadership
wait.
is also part of.
So that is another.
Don't leave it out.
Okay, leadership is tough. Let's say make it point number 2 for what is being masculine leadership. I think there's a misconception on what leadership is. Right? Leadership is not going out and speaking on podiums and speaking and leading people. What I mean by that is talking, forcing people to do stuff. It's not that. It's not leadership. Delegating to people. No, you will do this. No, you will do that. That's not a dictator. That's a dictator. That's not a leader. A leader, I think, starts at self. A person with self-discipline and does what they say they will do, or what they believe is right. From then onwards, they are tasked with doing the same for a task, doing the same for a project. A project encompasses people. So we have a certain task to achieve, guys. The same way I led myself with discipline, with doing what I said I will do, is the same way. Is the same way I will lead people. Guys, we said we're going to do this and that. Let's do it. And then I'll show you that I'm also disciplined enough to do it. Come, follow me. Let's get this done. This is what we plan to do. Let's do it. Come, follow me. Let's get this done.
So
That's
can
leadership.
I ask something? Can you be a leader? Let's say for me.
Guys, you are speaking to an award-winning business leader here. So hey, it must be normal.
So can you position yourself in a leadership position, even if you haven't achieved much? Let's say.
Of course,
let's say
you
I
can,
want
but
to
you don't
open-
deserve it. You will
Let's
be
say
out.
you want to open a bar. You don't have experience in opening a bar, but because you had the idea and you have your friends, and you call them over and be like, hey guys, let's open a bar because it will generate this much income and all that, and so on.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to be a leader because you did something or because you want to do something? For example, you don't have the bar, you want to open it, but you want to lead people so that we open it.
Yeah.
So, which is which? Should you succeed first or succeed with your tribe, with your people?
I think especially the context of the question is quite tough, and give me a moment to answer it. I think, first of all, I'm just gathering my thoughts. Sure, let me start here. Number 1, as a leader, when you're starting something, it doesn't matter. You have to drive the vision. However, we have people called visionaries. There are types of leaders. Right? I can't make an example now. I wanted to say Steve Jobs, but I don't think so. I think he was deeper than that. He wasn't just a visionary. He led a vision. But what Steve Jobs did, he said, guys, this is my plan. But I'm going to put the right people in the right places to specialize at what they do to get my vision to work. And that can be leadership. But then we can have those leaders who are put in those positions by Steve Jobs, a visionary, but they lead other technicians, other creative people to make the vision a reality because they have the balls to actually do it. They have the discipline to do it. They have maybe the experience, but maybe they're gaining the experience as they're doing that. Right? On the same breath, I'm saying, for you need to have experience in certain, especially when you talk about bars and stuff like that, where you'll be dealing with people and other big males and other masculine energies and other entities of evil, whatever. Because alcohol and stuff, you're bringing in a lot of things that have a negative connotation, especially spiritually as well. So you need to be experienced, right? However, how are you going to have experience if you do not go through the experience? If you do not actually start, it's like saying to these guys, it's like applying for a job now that they are doing to us. That's why I'm not getting jobs. Because that's why we're creating jobs, we're not actually getting jobs. They are telling us, Uti, apply, but we want you to have 5 years experience, but you must be under 25. What are you telling us? You're not telling us anything here. Hey, so how are you going to get the experience if you actually don't start there? You understand? So I think it's a multifaceted answer, but the simple answer is a leader has to be a person who takes action And I think one of the ways is communicating vision, right? It's a very important thing. Sometimes you don't even have to be the guy. For example, no.
I think I get you.
For example, when you can sell a business model, you can sell, guys, I have this idea. Oh, there are people who've written books, right? I think this one is called The Wife. Yeah, there's a book called The Wife. I think that's the name, and then there's also a series on it called The Wife. So this lady wrote the book, but she's not going to direct the movie, the series, right? She wrote the vision. Somebody and said, guys, this is my vision, turn it into a movie or a series. Then they did that. Those guys are technical, but they are leaders in the industry. The director has to lead the vision from this vision. So it depends on what type of a leader you are.
Coming with a vision and then finding people who are smarter than you to coalesce with you and then build on that vision.
Yes.
It's like effectively selling that vision to smart people who will go on.
And I think that's part of positive masculinity. And I think a leader then third. I guess we said first, what did I say? One of them was discipline, but the first one I said is whatever it was. Then the second one,
rewind.
Please, or we'll write it on the screen. The second one, we said leadership. Then I would then say maybe the third one is
accountability.
I want a deeper word. Accountability, yes, it's a part of accountability, but I want to say honesty. Honesty. A leader has to know, a masculine person who is a leader, who is disciplined, has to know that I am limited to a certain extent. I need to bring people in now. I am limited at my home. I need a lady to help me out. I will bring the food, but you have to multiply it so they can last us 3 days. I'll give you the seed, but you need to give me the egg so that we can have a child. They have to understand that they're not, men can be arrogant and prideful, but you have to understand that you need to be honest. You have limitations. So it's being honest. And I think as well, men, when you're honest, it's painful when you don't shed a lie. Or rather, don't shed the truth. Do not, you hold yourself accountable by saying, I will not undermine my respect for this person by lying to them. I will not allow myself to lie to them. When I lie to a person, I'm disrespecting them. I am disregarding the amount of respect or love or appreciation for them. Now it's hard to be honest, especially if it's your girlfriend and she's putting on makeup and you're like, hey, or your wife, hey, baby, how do I look? I don't like it much. Sometimes you have to be honest, gents. Hey, be honest. Now I'm not a fan of makeup, by the way, ladies. I'm not a big fan. I don't mind, but honestly, if it looks like you're wearing makeup, then it's too much for me. It's my personal. I love natural. Everybody at my family,
look, at least
they did not wear makeup.
Like the lip gloss.
Yeah, lip gloss. Honesty, you have to be honest, and being honest is very painful, but it's what we talk about in the previous episode, delaying gratification. You stop the instant gratification of trying to make your person feel guilty, feel appreciated, or feel not appreciated. What's the word I'm looking for? Falsely appreciated. Yeah. Sometimes you have to be honest. I know you want to limit the amount of pain you give to your partner, but sometimes you don't compromise. However, as well, a masculine guy is also a person who not compromises but sacrifices.
And it could be true with telling the truth because you're sacrificing
exactly
these things, person's happiness, and them being disappointed in new potential.
Exactly. They say
for them changing that thing that you want them to change.
Exactly, right? yeah, these are the things that happen. So I mean, then what else? Oh, there's another thing that they made a short, but I think it was edited, maybe not, but I think generally this one would happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
They made some research, and ladies, tell me, right, would you die for your partner? If you had a choice between keeping alive and dying for your partner, for your family, like you guys, are husbands, you guys are married, right? Mm-hmm. And you guys can actually, are married, and you guys are in a committed relationship, you guys have children. Would you, to sacrifice, would you, allow yourself to die for the survival of your partner or not? Okay, sure. Please answer in the comment section. Be honest. Come on, just be honest. I mean, we're just having fun here. Number 2, gentlemen, would you die for your family, for your wife, if you had to sacrifice, and you had a choice, and it's only that you are gonna die or your wife is gonna die? Sure. Answer truthfully. Let's have a debate in the comment section. I can already see. I think it's obvious, right? But we don't know. Let's see what they say. Maybe they edited the content. Because I'm not a woman, I don't know. But I know as a guy, I would. I didn't even think about it.
Okay.
It was obvious.
We know.
Like, honestly, you know. And there's this other thing that I also read where these guys are twins. And I think the twin of the twin. So it's a boy, it's a girl. I'm gonna use hypothetical names. I'm gonna say Michael and Michelle. They are twins.
Okay, I know.
So, I mean, it's just hypothetical names.
Okay.
Hypothetical. So Michelle is there, and Oshota maybe a kidney or something, right? And then Michael does have a kidney. And then they're telling Michael, hey, bro, let me not say a kidney, but like maybe kidneys are already failing. Like, it won't happen to, this is hypothetical. But to real Michaels and Michelles don't happen, don't worry. You are blessed, you are anointed, God is with you. So it happens where they need this organ from. And now they tell Michael, we're gonna put you to sleep, we're going to take the kidney and put it into, because you'll have another kidney still. Sure. Then Michael just sits there just for a few moments, and then he says goodbye to the parents. And then they said it's fine, we can go ahead with it. Then it happens, the procedure goes well and it's successful. And when they both wake up, Michael starts crying. And then he's like, why are you crying?
Michael?
He said, I thought I was going to be put to death for the life of my sister. I didn't think it was just a procedure. I thought we were both going. I had to sacrifice my life for my.
And he was ready for it.
He was ready for it,
Wow.
and he made the sacrifice. Wow. Hypothetical Michael. We love you, bro.
Shout out to Mikey.
So, what other attributes of masculinity define masculinity? Or attributes? Not masculine attributes, but just attributes. Sometimes they can be soft. You don't, as I'm saying, go to sacrifice or what.
I feel like we've listed them all.
I think the list goes on, but we can keep it there.
Ah, man, you got me.
Okay, it's fine. Now let me segue to something. What about
we
wisdom?
talked about leading. We talked about taking responsibility. We talked about doing the necessary things.
Sacrifice.
And then it goes back to delaying gratification,
Which is sacrifice, practical.
which is sacrifice.
Sure.
I think we covered them.
Okay.
think we covered
So here's the thing.
Oh, humility.
Oh yeah, honesty.
Humility.
Yeah. Oh, okay, it's a new one.
Humility.
You're segueing
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Humility is very important. I think it happens when a real man is very humble.
Yeah.
I think really for me that's the definition. That's how I started to respect people. When people, especially when I was in high school or whatever, in places where there are social hierarchical standards.
Humility and decisiveness.
Okay, we'll get to decisiveness.
Yeah.
You wanna share your story?
Yes.
Then we're ending off with your story.
Yeah. Can you let me end off with my story?
Wait. You spoke about humility.
humility.
So I was saying, whenever a person had no reason to respect me, because I was so low in the hierarchical societal standard or standing, and they were like very higher than me, and they still chose to treat me like they respected me. Those are the people I respected the most.
Yeah.
These people who act prideful and act like they're going to you know, the red flags are starting, and then that's when I think it's very dangerous to mess with me, if I'm being honest. When you think you are Wangwajisa, that's when it's very dangerous. But when you kill me with kindness, I can't do anything to you, if I'm being honest, because of humility. When you are in a space where people respect you, and you do not use that position of power to abuse people, but you use it to allow people to grow, to allow people to become, to believe in positivity again, to believe in goodness again. It's a big thing. And as men, we have to be humble. We need to be, and humble doesn't mean weakness, it's meekness.
Humility, it's like, you know,
it's like knowing you have the ability to abuse and do not use that ability, but you use it for good.
So Joe Rogan put it nicely when he said, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in war. You understand?
Yeah.
It's better to have those skills, it's better to have that competency, even though in today's time we're not in constant strife. It's better to learn martial arts in the world that we live in.
Yeah.
And like learning it when it's too late. It's an apocalypse and one turn shit hits the fan and all that shit. So yeah, man. And then decisiveness. Decision
making. I think that's
I have a story.
That one is the attribute of strength.
Yeah. And then if you are a masculine man, then you should have this trait or
it's very important. You see, that's the funny thing.
I learned it the hard way.
It's not innate that when you're a man, you're masculine.
One told. That is why in the past they would have a rite of passages that you have to perform. I understand. So this other time, I think it's.
And like we must create rites of passages.
Yeah.
For that,
and also
for that group of ours.
Being competitive is not bad.
Not at all. I don't know why it's now bad.
It's not.
We must cancel these participation trophies. Or what are they called? Participation awards. You just
play a soccer match.
No, you gotta work hard, bro. Come on.
And it eliminates jealous. True fact. Joe Rogan
I think it depends on the mindset.
I listen to
you need
Joe
to be
Rogan
a well-minded guy.
You know what he said? He said in martial arts, if you see like Godzilla is like a dope martial artist, he's good. You understand? You have no time to be jealous of him because one day you could face him. So that should inspire you to be like, you know what? I have to level up. So that is why competitiveness is necessary. And finally, decisiveness or decision. So story time. Back in 2020, when I was still a fat fuck.
It's no longer here.
So back in 2020, when I was a fat fuck, went on a date with my, we'll call her Jane. She was not my girlfriend.
Janet.
She was a girl. I was on turn.
Pursuing or what?
She was my friend, but she knew that I wanted something. It was like, let's just be friends, but she knew.
LJPF.
Simple thing, bro. We go to the restaurant. Only the restaurant. Go to the restaurant. Here's the
Check
menu.
it out.
We order.
Ladies, he'll take you out. Yeah, it's not as stingy. It's not as toxic as he is.
We get there. Obviously, the menu is like, what do you want to? Yeah. So I'm looking there and like, 1 minute passes, 2 minutes passes, 3 minutes passes, 5 minutes, and then the cashier finally suggests something. And then after we ordered, the girl Jane, she was like, "Dog, what you did there was very unattractive. It was very, very, very unattractive. A man should choose one time. He must not wait for other people to choose for him and all that. And it ties back to what we were talking about, doing it the way you want it to. Even if I ordered something bad, maybe I could have got her. Maybe I could have slept with her. But because I couldn't choose, she saw, oh man, this guy is not decisive. Hence, I didn't tell her immediately that I wanted her. Hence, I was her friend. Hence, I didn't snatch.
You were male bestie.
But I
Male
learned my
bestie.
lesson, and it stuck with me from that day forward.
I know what you call these guys that you wear. We call them
That I wear.
yeah, not male besties, but
Simps, beta.
Sims, but these guys, the guy. Yeah, it's guys that girls friend zoned.
Yeah.
You were friend zoned.
And I didn't attempt.
Yeah, you guys were touching each other, but you're doing nothing. Hey, bestie.
One time. So, guys, be decisive, be ambitious, be courageous. Do it, dog. If you want to do Forex, do it. Maybe it's the time. It is the time. There's no right time. Your time is the right time. Take the decision and do it. Actually,
If you wanna fight against the Taliban, do it.
do it.
You wanna
Gather your tribe, convince them, do the necessary shit, learn how to shoot, and it won't be funny anymore. You will be actually fighting the Taliban.
on the same breath of decisiveness. Decisiveness might be tough. I enjoy it. It's my drink. So decisiveness is something very interesting. When you take decisions, you need to take them with the responsibility as well. The responsibility that comes with the consequences that come with it, of the decisions, should also be accepted as it is. Simple example, bro. You busy smashing chicks. You have to have the responsibility of saying, I can get a chick pregnant. I can get an STI. Oh no, we're wearing condoms. Condoms break. Things happen. I don't want to talk too much about that. But you should also take it with responsibility. Then I'm carrying on with the same thing of decisiveness. Decisiveness helps you to to save time. Because the other thing about it, if we are being honest, doesn't matter what you ate that day, who cares? Today you don't even remember what it was. Maybe you might, but it doesn't really matter. Does it matter what you ate? Sometimes you should just take a decision, commit, and just take the responsibilities that come with it, and just keep going with the flow. Right? You will poop it anyways. You are gonna poop it anyways. I think that's a great. I think so far we did good. I think this is some valuable content you guys are receiving. If you haven't subscribed, Wenzani Senzo Jason Wenzani, subscribe, man, and then like it if you like it, comment and tell us what you think. Share it to your group chat. You see that one where you expose nudes and whatever. Share it there so that you guys can be better. You don't need nudes and what. You can be solidified, fortified men of society to get married and not have sex before marriage. From your wife.
Your hand is not.
That one is a topic.
Rather have.
I don't know.
Done.
I'll just finalize by saying,
look,
at the end of the day, by God's merits, sexual immorality.
Yes.
Sharp. Yes. Thank you. But the point is just be more. I think honestly we did touch on it. Like, I don't think we didn't go deep enough to talk about how the contrast between feminism and masculinity and how the today's culture of normal positive masculinity is now becoming toxic. But I guess we'll do it another time. Thank you. We'd like to thank Klangis Lounge once again. Thank you. And thank you guys who are really supporting us. Help us out in any way. You can donate. You can talk about how you can endorse us with clothing. We want to wear your brands. If you want to be an artist and you want to feature, hit us up. If you want to sponsor us with food, sponsor. If you want to sponsor us with Forex training or Bitcoin mining or something, like honestly, come on through, bro. Come on through, sister. let's have fun, let's have a ball. If you're interested in any business opportunities, come on through. I said, oh, hit the notification bell so
And
that
subscribe.
yeah, hit the notification bell because you'll filter through all the nonsense on YouTube. You know you're gonna get quality content. Stay blessed, ladies and gentlemen. The Truly the King Connection podcast. It was nice having brother Chacha here, the boss. Sayonara. Stay blessed, yo. Sure. Thank God.
Chaga.
Must do
Chaga.
that one, eh?
Yeah.
Sure.